From today onwards, I will start the new chapter, that is chapter number 9, Financial Management. So as you know, the entire syllabus of second PUC is divided into two parts, that is part 1, which is deals with the basic concept of management, meaning of management, principles of management, and the various functions of management. All those concepts were already learned in part number 1. Now in part 2, that is deals with financial management of the business organization. So here in this chapter you will going to learn about what is finance and what is financial management, what are the role or importance of financial management, and what are the types of decisions that are to be taken by the financial manager in an organization while taking the various financial decisions. What are the factors that are to be considered before taking the decisions? So all the concepts which are relating to the financial aspect you learn in a chapter number 9, Financial Management. So this is about the learning objective of chapter number 9. So before going to discuss about the exact concept of financial management, so just once we can overview what is finance. So here for each and every organization, finance is essential resource. For every business organization, it requires 4 types of resources. That is, in short form we call it as 4 M's. That means men, money, material, and machinery. So among all these 4, one of the essential resource of business, that is finance. It's nothing but money. So money, why it is required for business? Say for example, you are getting the work with the employees or workers. For getting the work, you are going to pay wages or salary. So if you want to pay the wages or salary to the workers or employees, means what you require? You require amount, that is finance. And if you want to convert the raw materials into finished product, means we need raw material. So to purchase that raw material also we need amount, that is finance, because no one is going to give the raw material for a free of cost. So if you want to purchase the raw materials for manufacturing of a product, means you need to pay the amount. So in a similar way, if you want to convert raw material into finished goods, means You also required certain types of machines which are very essentially required for conversion of raw materials into finished product. So for that also you need to install various types of machines and equipments. You need to purchase certain tools. So for that also we require finance. Therefore, so to conduct the entire business operations, we require the essential element of finance only. Without the finance, it is difficult to imagine that how to run a business enterprise. That is why finance is called a lifeblood of business. What? Finance is called a lifeblood of business. How a blood is required for a human body to live, like that only. So if the organization want to be run in a successful manner for a longer period of time, means that also require the finance. That is why the finance is referred as lifeblood of every business organization. So you only imagine. So if you are operating the service activities, also means you also require little amount of capital. So therefore the finance is essential factor in the factors of production. So if all other factors of production must operate, means the finance is required. So that is why in every business organization, finance plays a very effective part in enterprise. So if you want to pay the salary, means we require capital or amount. If you want to purchase the raw material, means we also need finance. If we need to install various types of machines for manufacturing of goods, means we also require finance to purchase the machines which are required for production. So that is why the finance is a very essential element of business. This is about the brief introduction part of finance. Then, so wherever the finance is more, the certain consequences that are to be faced. If the finance is very less, means that also leads the problem. So here how it means, the finance is required or needed whatever the requirement of business is. So for example, the company requires 10 lakh amount of capital, means the company must collect or must raise 10 lakh amount of capital only. So if the company raised the finance more than of actual required, means that also leads to problem, because over finance is also leads to waste of the resources. And the company needed 10 lakh amount of capital, but it can able to adjust only 9 lakh amount of capital, means the under capitalization is also leads to problem for business organization, right? So therefore there should be a balance between the actual amount required and also the amount of capital which is being raised. So the amount is not to be over and the amount of capital is not to be less. So that much of the finance we needed for running a business. That is called the financial management. So therefore we need to make a proper plan. According to that plan, we need to collect the amount from various sources. As per that, we need to use all the raised resources in a proper way. That is called the financial management. Hope you all clear about the importance of finance. So in Kannada, there is a proverb called ಹಣ ಅಂದರೆ ಹೆಣನು ಎದ್ದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So like we need to, we gave that much of importance to the finance because everywhere the finance is needed. Without finance, it is difficult to imagine how to run the business. Therefore, the finance is the lifeblood of every business organization.